Well, good afternoon. My name's Philip, and today I'm going to be showing how to do a rear differential oil change on a 2022 BMW 330i. This is a G20 model. So the reason why I'm showing this video is I've looked online trying to figure out when the stupid rear differential fluid change is due, what to use, so on, so on. I've found some videos. The most pertinent one I saw was for an M340, and even that is different than the differential on the 330, so the entire process is a bit different as well. To do this job, it looks like it's going to be pretty darn easy. Very few tools are going to be needed, very few parts are going to be needed. What is going to be needed is oil to replace the rear diff fluid that we take out. We're using the BMW Hypoid Axle Oil G4. I found this on FCP Euro. It is not cheap. It's about $47 per pint, and I believe it's going to take somewhere like 2.7, like almost 3 pints of fluid, but we'll find out in the end. So I bought 3 of these. For the 330, you're going to need some kind of extraction pump. The way the rear differential cover is on the car, it's almost a structural piece that helps hold the rear differential into the body itself. So what I found was an extraction and fill pump. You can use this for transmissions, differentials, whatnot. It'll both suck out fluid as well as put in fluid, and that's what I plan to use for both. This is what it looks like. It looks like an oversized monster syringe, and then this on the end is a 2 feet of vacuum tubing so that I can place it into the differential and suck up the fluid. The last thing you're going to need is a plain old Allen key head, 1/2-inch drive, 14 millimeter. 14 millimeter is the drain and fill plug. This is the size. Hooked it onto this extension, worked fine. I didn't check the torque when I broke the seal, but it was about, it wasn't even more than 20 foot-pounds to be honest with you. If I look up BMW's maintenance schedule, it actually does not say to ever change the rear diff fluid on a 330i. However, every single M series car on the planet states to change that fluid at 50,000 miles. This car has 49,800. So we're doing the fluid change. Once again, it's personal preference. If you feel you don't need to, well, you do you, but I'm going to do me. So I'll go through this step by step. As far as placing the car on jack stands, I actually have a post on the forums about that. I'll put a link in there, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we're under the car. So first things first, we've got to take the fill cap off. Once again, this is a 14 millimeter Allen key. I already broke it loose before. We undo it, just a little dribbles, no big deal. Now, to get the old fluid out, that's where we're going to use our pump. So I'm going to jam her on in, and then extract and see what I get. Well, there's my pump. And that's actually siphoning the fluid out just by pulling back on the syringe. I'm just going to rotate this around a couple different ways, see if I can get any more fluid. Now, the only tricky part of this is obviously I don't have a good way of knowing if this is sitting directly on the bottom, but I'm getting out what I can get out. If you look at how this piece comes up and around, it's like this cover is actually bolted into the rear subframe. So after I pulled the fluid out, I dumped it into a container, and then I replaced it with the new oil in this pump. So I got 0.8 quarts out of the differential. Probably didn't get quite all of it, because I'm thinking it was going to take little over 2 of the pints that I bought, and when I filled it, it was like 1 and maybe like just barely over 1 3/4. So I actually put the full 2 pints into this, and the reason why I did that is I'm going to push all 2 pints into the differential. It's going to more or less overfill, some's going to spill out, so that way if there's any residue in there, it's going to just kind of help dilute it a little bit. There's no way to get like every last speck of that old oil out without dropping that differential, and in order to get that cover off, once again, it's bolted onto the rear subframe, so that's just not an option. So we're going to go back to the car, we're going to push this in, and we're going to see how it goes. Just get that right inside and start pushing. That'll be good. Alright, so now that we got the fluid in, we got the cap on, we're just gonna cinch it down. Once again, I don't have an exact torque spec for this. I looked online, I didn't see anything offhand. But I did pay attention to how much effort I put into it when I took it off, and it was not much. So a little snug, tiny bit for good measure. That's probably gonna be good to go right there. Now I'm not just gonna like pray for the best. I'm gonna spray it liberally with brake cleaner, get all the residue off, include on the exhaust pipe because it's gonna stink like holy hell after I fire the car up otherwise. And we are gonna drive the car and make sure that we don't have any wetness or signs of seepage. I'm going to do that after I do the oil change coming up here. Once again, clean off the excess oil that came out. So use brake cleaner and just a rag. Get her looking all pretty and new. And that should do it. So we'll take her for a test drive. Make sure everything sounds and feels good. Double check it to make sure I don't see any leaks coming out from the from where the drain is, and we'll call that a wrap. Alright, once again, thanks for taking the time to watch my video, and hopefully somebody found it useful out there in the world. Y'all take care.